Welcome back to part 4 of Riding Smaller Wave Sails. Your host, Eric the Big E.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 4 of Riding Smaller Wave Sails. Today we're going to talk more about gear and tuning, and more about getting on plane and staying on plane. The focus is going to be with your board and your board setup. So let's get right into it. The board that I prefer for the Great Lakes is the Fanatec Stubby in 85 liters. And the reason I love this board, particularly for riding smaller sails, is because it has these parallel rails and this wide tail. The parallel rails mean the board has less drag because the rails are more parallel. The water releases easier. The wide tail is going to help you to get some lift. Both of those things combined are going to help you to get on plane and stay on plane easier than with another board. And because of that, you could use a slightly smaller wave sail. Remember, all these parts individually are only going to help you to use a slightly smaller wave sail. It's when we put everything together from all these videos that you'll be able to ride a significantly larger wave sail. So we've talked about the board. Now let's talk about the setup. I put the foot straps as far forward as they go. This gets my weight a little bit more forward, and by getting the weight forward, it holds the nose of the board down a little bit more, which helps you to get on plane and stay on plane. I also move the mast foot a little bit more forward. I don't put it all the way forward, but I have it more forward than most people. And by doing that, when you pull down on the boom, it pulls the nose down, helps you to get on plane and stay on plane a little bit easier. Again, all these parts leading up to using a smaller wave sail. Now, this board comes equipped with the thruster setup. And you'll notice that if you look at the board closely, you can move the side fins forward or backwards. I put them all the way in the rearward position. And why do I put them in the rearward position? Because when you move fins backwards, it gives you more drive. It helps you to stay upwind a little bit easier, so you don't need as big of a fin. And by not using a big fin, you have less drag. So we want to use small fins, but we still want to have good drive. So move the side fins in the rearward position and you'll get really good drive. So let's talk about how to remember where the side fins go. I, for the longest time, couldn't remember, wait, do I move these back or do I move these forward to get more drive? Well, here's how I remember. Imagine, just theoretically, that you have a single fin board here. And imagine you took the fin and you moved it all the way to the front of the board. Theoretically, of course. Well, the back of the board would be real loose and skatey. It wouldn't have much drive. That's how I remember where the side fins go. If I move them forward, it's going to loosen up the back of the board, make it more skatey. If I move them backward, it's going to give me more drive. So use that to remember conceptually which way the fins go to give you more drive. And lastly, a lot of people will say to me, well, Eric, if you move the foot straps forward, if you move the mast base forward, if you move those side fins back, you're going to get more drive. You'll be easier to get on plane and stay on plane, but the board's not going to turn as well. Well, that is correct, except what we haven't taken into account is how awesome these stubby boards are. And why are they so awesome? Because they're so darn short. So we've set the board up for drive and upwind ability and staying on plane, but when we want to get some backside smack or hit the lip on a front side turn and really turn radically, just weight the back foot a little bit. The board is so short that as soon as you weight that back foot, it snaps right around and becomes really maneuverable, really snappy. So I hope you liked this video. I'm having a great time making them. If you liked the video, please click the subscribe button down below. See you next time. Have a great day.